Angel Fleming here of FlemingandHayes. We're here at CPAC and we're seeing amazing things, including to my right here, Tim Burns. As you may know, we did a recent post on him in the special election in Pennsylvania's 12th district. And so we'd like to just pick your brain for a little bit, Tim, and tell us all about you and your district and why you threw your hat in the ring.
Well, I'm from Western Pennsylvania. There's 9 counties in this district. The seat formerly held by John Murphy. And the reason why I got into this race is quite simply because I've got 2 children who are 12 and 14 years old. And as you know and can see, I believe we've got some significant challenges that we face here in America. Out of control spending, for one. And I firmly believe that if we don't make some major changes relatively quickly, my children simply won't have the same opportunities that I do. And how do I let my children grow up and tell them that I saw these problems and I didn't do anything about it? I don't think I'd be able to look them in the eye. So I started this whole process by organizing the first Tea Party in the county that I lived in before I was a candidate. And I helped organize that Tea Party in Washington, PA, and spoke at that and got a great response, and just spoke from the heart. And I was invited to speak at another Tea Party in another area of the district, and got a great response there, and said that I was actually considering running for Congress, and I was encouraged to do so. And I guess I lost my mind a little bit and actually agreed to do it. So, and here I am.
Well, we appreciate that. And we know with this Tea Party movement, there is kind of this uprising, this bubbling anger against, the political machine. And people don't really like ready-made politicians anymore. And as we said in our last post, you are not, that stamped-out politician. So, but what makes you fit for the job? What makes you fit to represent your district in Congress?
Well, one of the things that I think makes me fit is that it isn't what makes me different from everybody else, what makes me the same. I mean, I grew up in half a double house in a little area of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. I started a business, a small business, and I was lucky enough to have some success. But like most Americans, I understand simple common sense principles, like you can't spend more money than what you take in. For some reason, our elected officials think that when they go to Washington, that the country doesn't have to live under the same laws of economics that you and I do in our households or our businesses. But the reality is, they do. There's no way to get around those simple laws of economics. And if we don't make these changes, the same thing is going to happen to our country that would happen to you and I if we spent more than we had in our households. So again, that's what got me excited enough to throw my hat in the ring to run this.
We're excited for you. Do you know what are the issues that are concerning your district? Are there top 10 or primarily? What's the outcry?
I mean, the top thing in my district is representative, I believe, of the top issue in the country. It's jobs. I mean, we've got to work to create jobs. You look at, if you were the CEO of a multinational corporation looking to locate your manufacturing plant, would one of your top 10 picks be the country that has the second highest corporate tax rate in the world? Of course not. The United States has the second highest tax rate in the world. We're not competitive. We're simply not competitive, and we need to create an environment that is friendly to business, because government doesn't create jobs. Business creates jobs. And so in my district, it's just like the rest of the country. Jobs are very important. People in my district don't want to see their children grow up and have to move away. We want to keep our kids in the district, and what we need to do in order to do that is to create a business-friendly environment. Get government out of the way, and let the private sector do what it does best. It creates jobs and creates prosperity, and it will.
And now we just came from an amazing event about jihad with David Horowitz. Where do you stand on the whole security issue?
Well, I think we've got to take it very seriously. We don't have to try and figure out what they're thinking. They tell us. They hate us and they want to kill us. And I think we have to take their threats very, very seriously. And I don't think we should do things like pander to these folks or cower from them. You take this terror trial, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, we're talking about now having to spend upwards of $500 million. Well, I can solve that problem easily. For $50, I can buy coffee and donuts for the military tribunal that he should be tried in. And that would be the end of it. And in fact, that's if he even deserves that, because he wasn't a military combatant. I'm not sure he even deserves the rights under the Geneva Convention, let alone the United States Constitution. So I think we need to get tough. We need to take it very seriously and ensure that and protect. That's one of the things that the government should be doing. One of the few things.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Now, one thing we saw in Massachusetts is after Kennedy's passing, you know, he was in Congress, in the Senate just as long as Murtha was in Congress. We saw such a awakening in the electorate, almost like a hangover came, you know, off everyone in Massachusetts. Are you seeing the same thing in the 12th district? Are people beginning to maybe not go for the incumbent? People are really saying, well, you know, we finally have a choice now?
It's very interesting because I can't tell you how many business people I met with in the district that good conservatives, you know, that said, Tim, I believe in the same things that you believe in, and I'm not a big fan of the current congressman, but I tell you, I just can't come out and publicly support you and contribute just because I can't come out against it. And a tremendous amount of people felt that way. And now that he's gone, I can't tell you how many of those people have been calling me, Republican and Democrat, saying, hey, listen, we really think now is a great opportunity for a change to figure out what we really need in this district and this country for the future. So it's been, I think that awakening, not only an awakening, but maybe almost an unshackling of allowing people to express how they really feel and what they really desire for the district.
Now you're facing a primary?
Well, there's a special election. The special election will occur on May 18th. It's the same date as the primary. And the candidate will be selected. The candidates to run in the special election from both parties will be selected in a different process that's determined by the party. For the Republican Party, there are 9 counties in my district, so the county chairman will appoint a number of conferees, and the number of conferees is 134. So there will be 134 conferees that will go to committee, and anyone who wants to throw their hat in the ring can go to the committee and make their case with a presentation, answer questions, and then the committee will make their decision, and that will be the person that will run in the special election.
And what do you think separates you from these other potential Republicans?
As of right now, there's really only one other candidate that has thrown his hat in the ring. He's the gentleman who ran last time. He moved to the district specifically to take Jack Murtha down. He's a career military man, which I completely respect, and I think he's done a great service to his country. He moved to the district specifically to take Jack Murtha down. The inspiration for my race didn't have anything to do with Jack Murtha. I grew up in the district. I was educated in the district. I still live in the district. My inspiration for this race is my concern for the country, and my background is business. I think that this election is more about the economy, and it's going to take a different kind of a candidate and a different kind of campaign to win. And I tell people that in addition to having a congressman that's able to do a good job at representing the district, you need somebody who can not only represent you, but can also influence and sell your conservative principles to other congressmen. And that way you get a multiplier effect. And I think that I can go up and explain our conservative principles and why they make simple common sense. So.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Definitely.
It's going to be exciting to watch. So the election is
May 18th.
May 18th. So anybody in Pennsylvania 12, get out. Oh, Tim Burns for Congress.
www.timburnsforcongress.com.
Excellent.
Right.
And May 18th, Pennsylvania 12. Get your butts off your seats and go vote for this guy, Tim Burns.